What's going on, everybody? It's Rick. VermiHut Plus is looking good. I was able to get a nice harvest. That tray was completely broke down and I got 10 pounds of castings. So I am looking to see how everything's doing in here, and I'm thinking that this is going to get rotated to the center. The bottom tray is going to come up to the feeding level, and then we'll get a nice feeding and put the other tray that has the new bedding down at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe so you guys can come follow along this bin, the VermiHut Plus, and the other bins that I have, my natural bedding and my rain barrel bin. Just a little bit of bedding in here, which is good. This will go ahead and continue to break down over the next few weeks, and then I'll be able to harvest this. Looks like I had a couple skins. I don't know if it was cucumber or something like that. Okay. As I said before, you have to be careful with these because the castings can stick to the bottom of the tray. So I turn it a little sideways and feel, and I do have, I'll bring it up here so you can see, that all stuck to the bottom. So I just run my fingers across the bottom, knock some of it back in to the lower tray. And then this will have to be rotated. Do the same thing for the other side. Okay. Now what's crazy about this? There's been no regular food in this at all. This is all just the bedding and the drippings coming down from the feeding area. I mean, to be honest with you, this looks spectacular. I will definitely be adding bedding to this. Now, these risers are going to go in here. So they just go right on the corners. I do see a worm in there. I don't want him getting left behind. Okay, so it's going to have a little bit of castings on there. I'm actually not going to wet this down because this lower level is pretty moist. And now this is going to be my feeding tray. So I'm going to set that on top of the tray that I fluffed just a little while ago, and then get that all paper tray for the bedding right down here. So there we go. Check that out. Okay, so for now, nothing too crazy. I'm just going to dump everything right on there. Just give them a little more bedding. I don't have too much time to mess around with this tonight because I just got a call that I have to go to work. So I'm trying to finish this up as fast as I can because a power line fell onto a span pole for a traffic signal. Okay. Big thing with the risers, I would always try to make sure that they get all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to add a little bedding on top of that, so hopefully that doesn't stick right to the bottom of the other tray. There we go. Okay, so I kind of already fluffed and moved through this. So, a little more bedding. I'm okay leaving a little. I'm going to try to clean these gloves up a little because, man, these castings are a little wet, but the worms like it that way, so I am okay with it. I have my ground up coffee from the K-Cups. Give them a little shot of that. I'm going ground up eggshells right now. I actually had those carrots get frozen in our refrigerator. They were kind of in the back shelf area, so they'll be good for the worms. Give them a nice handful of pulp. And then I got them a couple frozen pieces of watermelon, and then I'll insulate it with that bedding on top. There we go. Some of the worms are here, but hopefully with the paper that'll let them move off fairly easily. I'll hit them with a little bit more ground up eggshells. The ground up eggshells is a good grit source for the worms. Worms don't have the teeth, they have the crop and the gizzard, so they can take small bites, and this helps to digest it as they wiggle around. And then also, as that's breaking down, I like to give them a little bit of this worm chow. This was all expired stuff I had, expired oats, cornmeal, flour, and a little pulverized eggshell. That's available for the worms right now, so if they want to squirm up and eat that, watermelon, they'll have to wait till that, thaws out. The carrots were thawed, and the pulp from the pulp from the juicer was already thawed. So as soon as those microbes start getting in that, that'll help break it down, and then the worms will really go after it and enjoy this feeding. Well, if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comments. Thanks for coming along, checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.